orchestra acting band. Pull up like parades on parades, extra with the slayer.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down and keep the sticks moving.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Rolling to his left. He finds his man complete. It's Garner. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Steps away. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Burrow on play action. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play. But again, I give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it. Made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip. But used his size. I mean, tight ends going up and getting it. Sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Watch the whip. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
First down, and they go back to Harris.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
2nd down and 8. Play action. It's Fields.
Forced out to his left. Harris has it over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Here we go.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
Burrow on 3rd down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt.
Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Harris running straight. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And in this and
now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Off play action. Fields. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on 1st down. About what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket.
He'll find Damian Harris out of the backfield.
Touchdown, Bears! Damian Harris with career touchdown number 157, moving him past Terrell Owens and into a tie with Randy Moss for 4th on the all-time list. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Love. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From just shy of midfield, Burrow dancing to his left. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
One play action. Fields.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Check 26, check 26.
The slot man in motion right. On the give, this is their fullback.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Bass on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, it can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. They'll roll him out right. Catch is made here by Herb Smith Jr. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Now he's forced out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Marquise Bell in on that stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 27. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields.
That is taken in by Hurst. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On the give, this is Harris.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Damian Harris with career touchdown number 158. That pushes him past Randy Moss and into 4th place all time, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
This is Smith with a grab. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A shotgun snap. Fields
got his tight end. That's complete. It's Reeves. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mild.
And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
I see 47. We want this. Mike 5.
Play action. It's Burrow. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
49.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
They'll run up. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To the air again, Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Garner. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Garner. Now Burrow on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Escaping the pressure right. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Out of the gun, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he is going to have the Bears first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll go option to the short side.
And this will be a Bears first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation